I think the Democrats are so desperate to find like a regular dude to run for office that doesn't believe in like 85 genders and is a total creeper that they settled on this guy. And the fact is, he's this spoiled rich kid who's like cosplaying as like a guy you'd have a beer with. Well, the truth is, he's like evidently prone to sexual assault and's got a Nazi tattoo. Surprise, surprise. So they clearly did not vet this guy, Rob, but they're going to go with him because they're hell-bent on power and control, and they want to pack the court, and they want to add states to the union. So all this nonsense that they've lectured everybody about believe all women, they don't believe any of that. They just want raw power, and Graham Platner is just like the most recent example of how they'll twist themselves into knots just because of their Trump Derangement Syndrome.
It is so true. I mean, when you think about the story of his tattoo, you know, the first thing that pops into a lot of minds is Pete Hegseth's tattoo, which had absolutely no white supremacist, you know, origins at all. And they made such a big deal about Pete Hegseth's tattoo, and then they get a candidate on their side that has a legitimate concentration camp guard branded tattoo on his chest, and they're not concerned about that. And that tells you everything you need to know about how manufactured all of their outrage is. They're not offended by anything. It's all just, it's their way of controlling and gaining power with every move that they make. None of it's real. None of it's authentic.
No, nobody's buying it. And I hope that the people of Maine see through that too. I mean, really what this is an attempt to do is to con the people of Maine that you've got this guy who's like, you know, some like normal guy, some tough guy or something who can speak truth to power. The fact is he's a hypocrite. He's a phony. He's some spoiled rich kid who's acting like he's something he's not. And I think voters are pretty smart. If anything, I think people can spot a phony. They want authenticity. They don't want a guy like this.
So I mean, speaking of the Nazi tattoo, you've got Chuck Schumer, Bernie Sanders, two of the biggest Jewish senators, biggest, highest profile, I guess, both still supporting this guy despite his tattoo. Take a listen to Bernie.
I'm going to do everything I can to make sure that Graham Platner is the next senator from the state of Maine. Republican super PACs have already lined up some $99 million just on TV ads to defeat him. Why is that? Do you think they're worried about his views or what his relationship to women has been? I don't think so. What they are worried about is that he is going to be a strong voice against oligarchy. I'm supporting Graham Platner.
Supporting him, fighting against billionaires and oligarchy. One more thing we should point out, we can pull it up here. Platner receiving contributions from several billionaires, including George Soros, Jennifer Pritzker as well. Happy to take the billionaire money, even though he's against billionaires.
I mean, you know, he was talking about like locking people up, and he doesn't, you know, have elections go on for months. I mean, I don't think they have anything, Rob, to run on except they're opposed to Trump. And so this guy who's incredibly flawed and, like you said, has a Nazi tattoo and has all these allegations, does some really bizarre stuff in porta potties, evidently. I mean, there's just the list goes on and on that would be disqualifying, but I think they're too far in the game or whatever. But they're going to ride this horse, and but I'm confident that the people of Maine are going to see through it.
You know, everybody's reporting the same stories, the same spin. You turn the channel, it's always the same. But not us. We're different. We report the real news. No spin, just the facts. Turn to us, and you won't turn back.
Tune in to Rob Schmitt tonight on Newsmax.